Welcome back to another declutter. Today we have setting sprays. I'm currently doing probably the most cutthroat declutter series that I've ever done. I could have potentially gotten rid of more volume in my December declutter, but as far as like percentages and like just really streamlining things, this declutter series has been awesome. I just did my powders, so now we're moving on to setting sprays. This is every setting spray that I own, so I'm gonna go through these. My powders and my setting sprays are gonna share a drawer, so for now, that's kind of my goal, is to have them all fit in there. I have way too many setting sprays. I'd love to get rid of at least half. That was my goal for powders. I ended up getting rid of over 2/3 of my powders, so maybe the same thing will happen. Hopefully, that would be fantastic. So starting things off strong, I actually have an empty. Can you guys believe it? Finally, after probably years, my Lila B A Glow Face Mist is empty. I've had this in my everyday makeup drawer for the last couple of rotations, saying I would not use another setting spray until I used this up, and guess what I did? I finally used it up. So this is the first one that we are decluttering. Lila B is no longer in business, I don't think. And it was a very expensive setting spray. Definitely very luxurious and nice, and I loved it. But it was expensive. Yeah. I couldn't repurchase it if I wanted to. So that one is going. Now I'm gonna kind of look through here, see if there's anything else immediately that I can just be like, yeah, I'm gonna declutter that. So I think right away I can declutter this one here from Urban Decay. This is the All-Nighter Vitamin C Cactus Flower Water. I don't think I've ever used this, if I'm being honest. So I've had this for quite a while, haven't used it, so we're just gonna go ahead and declutter it. Another one that I'm gonna declutter is this one here from Benefit. This is the Professional Super Setter. This is one that I really liked, and I'm pretty sure I used up a couple of these, but I don't really reach for this a whole lot. This is a long-lasting makeup setting spray. I like things that are a little bit more hydrating, a little bit more glowy maybe even. So just because I have a lot, I just don't think that I need this one, so we're gonna declutter that one. I have these two from Morphe. I have this Jumbo Continuous Setting Mist, and then I have this one, which is pretty much empty anyway. It's also definitely old because I can't tell you the last time I bought a continuous setting mist. This one I got recently in PR. This one we're gonna go ahead and declutter because it's definitely older than whatever the expiration date of this would be. And again, it's practically empty, so we're gonna declutter that one. And for now, I'm gonna keep this one. So that one's gonna go in the keep pile, but as always, we'll kind of re-go through all of the ones that I'm keeping at the end, just to kind of comb through and see if there's anything else I can narrow down. I have two of these makeup fixers from Ofra. I love the makeup fixer from Ofra, actually, but I actually have a few different variations of it. So I have two of the like original pink makeup fixer, which I don't need to right now. I definitely would eventually use this up, but I'm trying to not have like backups and things like that. So I'm gonna keep the one that I've used. I've actually used a couple of these, but this is the one that I currently have used. This one is still brand new, so I'm gonna keep the used one, but I am gonna declutter this one again, only because I'm trying to not have duplicates. That is something that will definitely be repurchased in the future. And then we actually have the Rose Makeup Fixer and the Mattifying Makeup Fixer. Oh, and I have this one. This is my favorite one, actually, the Rodeo Drive one. This one is freaking beautiful. I really hope that you guys can see, like, how beautiful and shimmery it is. I love this. It just gives the perfect glow. One of my favorite products from Ofra, so that one's absolutely staying. And then as far as these go, we have the mattifying and then the rose. I feel like I don't need both of these, so I don't know. Maybe I woo. These are the like smaller size. This actually comes in a trio, with these three. but they also have like a bigger full-size one. I think I'll declutter the mattifying one. Also, sorry if you can hear thunder. And I'll keep the rose one. This NYX one is incredible. I love this setting spray, the Bear With Me. That one is going to stay. Same with the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. Hydrating Milky Mist from Pixi is a classic. Oh, so is the Pretty Fresh. I love this setting spray from ColourPop. Oh my gosh. And the Glow Dewy Mist from e.l.f. Okay, I just like went and listed a ton that I love. Now let's get rid of a few more. We have Make It Last from Milani. This one's just really old. I've had it for a really long time, so that one is going to be decluttered. The Supercharged from Milani is also really old, but I actually love this one and it smells really good. But I feel like I shouldn't keep it for that reason. So because this is old, we're going to declutter it. This MAC one I want to keep, but I have literally had this since like 2018 or something like that. So this one needs to go because, again, it's expired. This Milk Makeup one, we have the Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. This is brand new, so I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter it just because I really don't think that I need it. Wow, we just kind of like speed rounded. we did a speed round there. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. All right, I feel like when I make decisions faster, it's like easier for me to let stuff go. So next we have this little one from Catrice, and I have this little one here from ColourPop, the Fresh AF Mist. I love the Fresh AF Mist. I have gone through one of these before. The Catrice one, I just don't think I need it. It's a fine setting spray, but I just don't think that I need it. The ColourPop one I'm going to put in the keep pile for now, but again, we'll kind of come back to that. We have Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I've had this for a really long time, and I honestly just don't use it a lot, so we're going to get rid of that. I have nothing against it. I just don't really use it a whole lot. Next, we have Patrick Ta. This is the She's Thirsty Setting Spray. I am definitely going to keep that one. Coconut or Dewy Coconut Setting Mist from e.l.f. is really, really nice. I love that one. We have the Jaclyn and Robin Setting Spray. Let's see. Oh, I should spray them all and see how I think, or like how I feel about the misters. This is a really nice mister and a really nice setting spray. So I'll keep that one. Then we have the Mist Thing from R.E.M. Beauty. This is a calming face mist. So it's not really a setting spray. It smells so good. Kind of smells like lavender, honestly. Which is kind of weird because I would have expected it to be purple if it did, but I think it's lavender. It smells incredible, but I really don't like use a calming face mist, so I like to use setting sprays to like bring hydration back to my skin because I do use a lot of powder sometimes. I know it can also help extend the wear of your makeup and just make things look more natural, which I could use this for, but I just don't really think that I'm going to use that a lot. I've had it for quite some time, and as you can tell, I haven't used it very much, so we're going to get rid of that one. And then I have these two. So we have the UTAN X Jamie Genevieve. This is the tanning water. I am like too scared to use this. I need to put this in my bathroom because that's, I feel like, when I would actually use this. I just am scared it's gonna like make my skin like splotchy. I don't really use self tanner a lot. This is just like I think a very mild gradual facial tanning mist. So I think I'll move this to my bathroom because it's not really a setting spray per se. And then we have the e.l.f. Game Up Shield Me Setting Mist, which I love the fact that this is like gaming related because I love video games so much. So I want to keep this for now. So let me line up all the ones that I'm keeping. I'll give you a quick number update of like what I've said so far as what I'm keeping and decluttering. Then I'm gonna go change my camera battery and we will go through all of these. So here are all the ones I said I was keeping. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, just, you know, through our first round. And as far as decluttering, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So right now we're at about 50-50, which isn't bad, but I think I can get rid of a few more from here. So I'm gonna go change my camera battery and I will be right back. So going through these one more time, I'm gonna start up at the top here and then we'll kind of just say like, all right, this is a for sure, and then kind of go from there. So the next bear with me is a must. This is great. This is a for sure keep. So we're gonna put that one, we'll put it right about there. The Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury, feel the same way about that one. That one's an absolute keep. I'm actually going to get rid of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist because this is huge. And although I love the idea of having a jumbo one, I just don't need a jumbo setting spray. So I think this would be great if you were like a makeup artist and you know you had this in your kit or something like that. It's a really good deal. It's $23, but it's a $39 value. So definitely awesome that that's there. Or if you just really love this setting spray, which I do love this setting spray. I love that it's a continuous setting mist. I've had this for years and years. This like, not this particular one, but the setting sprays in general. But I think it's time for me to declutter it just because I don't need it and I'm just trying to downsize. So next we have the Patrick Ta She's Thirsty. That one is a must, so we will keep that. Ofra Rodeo Drive. This one is a must. Gonna keep that one. Same with the OG. I think the rose one I can pass along only because I'm not the biggest fan of rose scented stuff. I don't know how rose scented this is, but if you like rose, I bet you would love this. Actually, let me give it a sniff. Oh, it actually smells really good. That smells amazing. But again, I already have 2 of these setting mists. I don't think I need the 3rd, but this smells really, really, really good. But I'm gonna declutter it because again, we're trying to be cutthroat here. We have Hydrating Milky Mist. I think that's a must for me. Pretty Fresh and Glow Dewy Mist. I think this is all, like when I see this row, I'm in love. Next we have the coconut, the dewy coconut from e.l.f. That one's a must for me. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Fresh AF one only because I have the Pretty Fresh and I like this one I think a little bit more, and I just don't need another setting spray. So although this is great and I have like raved about this and gone through one of these before, I just don't think that I need this one. So I'm gonna declutter it. And then we're down to these last 2. We have the Jacqueline and Robin one and the e.l.f. Game Up. And I really want to keep both of these. The Jacqueline one is really nice. I really like that one. But the e.l.f. Game Up one, I'm just not too sure. Like, oh wow, the sprayer is nice. I just sprayed it onto my blanket. But the sprayer is really nice. I will say I do have 2 other e.l.f. setting sprays, so do I need this one? Probably not. I only want to keep this because of the, you know, the gaming aspect of it, which maybe isn't the best reason to keep it, so we're gonna declutter it. So now we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we're decluttering 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. All right, I'm happy with that. Keeping 10, decluttering 17. So here again are the ones that I'm keeping. Now I'll go ahead and move these out of the way and I'll show you guys the ones that I am decluttering, which again, none of these I'm decluttering because they're bad. I'm trying to downsize and have less things and just be less overwhelmed. So here are all of the ones that I am decluttering. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I feel like this was a pretty quick one, but I did a lot of like speed round, keep declutter type situations, which I think I need. I think that was good because it helps me make decisions faster, and then I don't overthink things, and then I don't end up keeping more than I should be. So welcome back to another declutter. Today we are doing bronzers. I'm actually back from my little mini vacation. My husband and I went on a baby moon, which is just kind of like one last little trip before we have our baby. We still have a few months, but we wanted to go ahead and get it done before I'm too far along. So we went on a cruise. It was awesome, and now we're back. So we are continuing with the declutter series. If you guys missed all the other parts, I think I've posted like 5 videos already. I was thinking about compiling them and just making like a declutter marathon and making it like an hour plus long video. Obviously, if you've already watched the individuals, no need to watch the long one, but I know some people prefer the long videos, so keep an eye out for that. I'll probably post that soon and do like a part 1 and a part 2, so like they'll be really long videos. But anyway, we have bronzers today. I have these bronzers that were in my Alex 9 drawers, and then I have all of these, which are from, actually, you know what, I might have more. It's been a minute since I've done this, so let me check. Okay, I actually think that's all for bronzer. This is from my everyday makeup drawer, and then a few that I recently got in PR. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and dive in. I don't even know what to start with. So far I've been on track for decluttering about half to 2/3 of my makeup collection, so hopefully we can continue on that trend here. So I think what I'm gonna start with is grabbing a couple of bronzers that I know for sure that I'm going to be keeping. First up, we have some Charlotte Tilbury bronzers. I love my Charlotte Tilbury bronzers. This one is the Beautiful Skin Sunkissed Glow bronzer. I love this stuff. I love the texture of it. It's a cream bronzer, but it's not very liquidy. It's on like the more like putty side, I would say, and I actually really enjoy this. I have this in the shade 2 medium, so that one is for sure gonna stay. I also have this one. Oh gosh, this one's in the shade 1. This is too light for me. I don't know why I didn't get my correct shade when this was still a recent purchase. I don't know why I didn't exchange it, but it's far too late now for me to do that. So this is just too light for me. Let's just do a little swatch. It's like lighter than my hand now, so definitely not gonna be a bronzer for me. So I am gonna declutter this. It literally breaks my heart. I do not want to get rid of it because it was so expensive, and I love Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush bronzer, but I do need to get rid of it because it's just sitting in my collection taking up space. I also have this little palette here. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow, and I think this is the lighter. There might be multiple shade options, I'm not 100% sure, but this has like a bronzer and a highlighter, or a sculpt and a highlight. There's a little bit of a glow to both of these, and I actually really like these, so this is going to stay. My other Charlotte Tilbury bronzer is the Hollywood Contour Wand, and this one I am also going to be keeping. I really enjoy this product. I really love all of the Charlotte Tilbury like wands, the blush wands, highlighter wands, and this contour wand. I have this in the shade Fair Medium, which is the lightest shade, so that one will be staying. Let's go ahead and continue on with the cream bronzers. So I have this Milk one that I recently started using. This is the Baked Matte Bronzer, and this is just the mini one, and I actually really like this. It's super creamy, very pretty color, and I really like the formula. It's very blendable and easy to use, so that one I want to keep. I also have the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Happy Soul. I love this stuff. It's so pretty. It's a little bit warmer and a little bit deeper than the Milk Makeup one. Has a little bit more of like a red undertone, but I love this so much. I've been really into cream cheek products recently, so cream bronzer, cream blush, cream highlight, cream and or liquid. I've been loving it, so very excited about those products. Next we have the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is one that I definitely enjoyed, but I actually haven't used it in a while. It's a really pretty color, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch some of these other ones next to it. I have these two here from Jaclyn Cosmetics. So let me swatch these. So truthfully, I love these cream bronzers. I think that they are fantastic. These are the I guess just the cream bronzers from Jaclyn Cosmetics in the shades Naked and Beachy. I have them swatched here. We have the lighter one and the deeper one, but these are really old. They say they're good for 18 months, but I've definitely had these longer than 18 months, and they do feel a little bit dry. So I feel like these are probably not good anymore, which makes me really sad. I don't even know if these were part of her permanent line or if they were a limited edition product, but I think they're just too old that I should go ahead and declutter them. I also do have, I've already kept 3 cream bronzer / contour products, so I don't need to keep all of them. So we still have the e.l.f. one to talk about, and then we have these from Pixi, which this looks like a blush, like based on the packaging, but this is the On The Glow Bronze, and I have these in the shades Warm Glow and Rich Glow, and I'm pretty sure I swatched, did I swatch both of these? I think so. So let me go ahead and swatch these again. So that is Rich Glow. I feel like that's just too deep for me. It's very glowy, a little bit too glowy for me maybe, like almost looks metallic in a way. And then this one is the lighter of the two, which this one looks kind of like a blushy kind of color. This one's actually pretty sheer. I truly just don't think I'm going to use these, so I'm just going to go ahead and declutter both of those. And then for now, I'm going to keep the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, but we will be going through all of these again to kind of do one last go through and just make sure that I'm not keeping more than I should. Next, we have this little Fenty bronzer. This is in the shade Shady Biz. I am pretty sure that I decluttered this before and then I decided to keep it. I don't know, maybe I didn't, but I'm going to declutter this because this is really, really old. I think this is a fantastic bronzer, fantastic product. It's just really old and I need to let it go because this is like gotta be like 3 years old at least by this point. So that one's gonna go. So this is everything that we still have to go through here. I have a few drugstore options here. I gotta say, I love my drugstore bronzers. This one is one of my favorites. This is the Sunkissed Bronze from Catrice. This is freaking fantastic. This is a baked product. It has a beautiful glow to it, and I feel like it looks kind of intimidating. I don't even know if you can see the glow, but it's so pretty, and it's just super natural. It's more of like, it's not going to give you a contoured look, but it will give you a nice bronzy glow. Very natural. You can just kind of put it on without even looking in a mirror. That is something that I will absolutely be keeping. I love that bronzer so much. I would consider it similar to like the Hourglass, or even this like Milani one. This Milani one is fantastic as well. It has a little bit of that like glowy veining through it. This is one that I also really enjoy, but I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile, which we're gonna call this section here the maybe pile. Revlon Skin Lights bronzer. I love this stuff so much. This is another one that's more on the glowy side. It doesn't really have sparkle to it. It has glow to it, if that makes sense. So that one is one that I definitely will be keeping. Then we have Maybelline City Bronzer. This is another one that I really enjoy, but I feel like I don't need to keep this. It's really nice, and it has also a little bit of like a light shimmer to it, and I really like the color. This is the shade 200, but I just don't need to keep this, so I'm gonna declutter the Maybelline City Bronzer, even though I don't want to. I know that I should. And then we have L'Oreal Bronze Please. This one also has a little bit of a sheen to it, just like a little something. And I really enjoy this bronzer. This is in my everyday makeup drawer currently, so I'm thinking about keeping that one as well. Back to the Milani. I feel like, oh my god, Jarvis just came in here and spooked me. But I think I was saying if I'm gonna go for something like this, like one of these baked kind of more glowy bronzers, I'm gonna go for my Catrice one or my Hourglass one. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the Hourglass. I love this. This is the Luminous Bronze Light. It's freaking fantastic. Love this product. Very, very similar to the Catrice one, honestly. So Hourglass is gonna stay, but the Milani one, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Oh, I also have this cream bronzer. I completely forgot about this one. This is the Chanel cream bronzer. This one I am gonna go ahead and keep. So let me kind of rearrange these things really quick. All right, so we have Benefit Hoola. This is like a massive bronzer. I don't even think I have swatched this one. I have loved Hoola for years and years and years, but truly I just don't really reach for it anymore. I found other ones that I prefer, so I am actually going to declutter this one. We have Jaclyn Cosmetics Vitamin D. This bronzer I'm going to keep. I really enjoy this bronzer. It's a nice matte bronzer. I think every single one that I've kept so far is actually a glowy bronzer, so I think it'll be nice to keep a matte one. We're definitely gonna have to declutter some of the ones that I said I was keeping because we've kept too many already. Next we have this Dior Backstage Contour Palette. I really enjoy this shade right here for contouring, and I want to kind of play around with these other shades as well. So this is something that I would like to keep. This is from Tom Ford. This is the Tom Ford bronzer. I have had this forever. I believe I've had this, no, I've definitely had this since I lived at my parents' house, probably since before Jarvis and I started dating. So I want to say I've had this since like early 2019 maybe. So this is old and it's insane how expensive this is, but it needs to go. It's literally like 4 to 5 years old if I had to guess. So that's gonna go. Peace out, Tom Ford. We loved you while you lasted. And then I have some Ofra products. So we have the Crew Blush Bronzer Duo. I love this one so much. Love a good peachy blush, and then love the bronzer in there as well. We also have the Unit Blush and Bronzer Duo. This again is so beautiful. I love both of these so freaking much. And then we have the Bronzer Duo in the shade River. So I feel like I definitely am going to keep the 2 blush and bronzer duos, so I think I will pass along this one just because I don't know if the bronzer shades are exactly the same, but they're very, very similar. And I would definitely reach for one of these blush and bronzer duos over just like the bronzer one itself. So I want to keep these 2 and I'll pass along this one, even though this is a great product and I love it. I just don't need it. And again, we're trying to downsize here. So let me show you what I've said that I'm keeping so far, and then we'll have to reassess because, like I said, we've already kept kind of a lot, and I'm really trying to downsize as much as I can in preparation for this baby. So after that first round of going through the bronzers, I said I was going to keep 15 bronzers, which you see here, and then I decluttered 11 bronzers, which you see off screen here. So I definitely wanted to try to get rid of a few more. So I have this little bin here, and I'm just going to kind of put ones that I know for sure that I am absolutely keeping without a doubt. So I've got my Charlotte Tilbury ones are not going anywhere. Rare Beauty is a must. Catrice is a must. Revlon is a must. Hourglass is a must. The Ofra ones are a must for me, so those are gonna stay. I think I can let go of the L'Oreal Bronze Please. Even though I really, really enjoy this, I feel like I have really good drugstore options with the Revlon and the Catrice. And I mean, I would be happy to keep this, but like I said, downsizing is the priority here, and although I really want to keep this, I don't think that I need it. So yeah, I think we're gonna declutter that one. I also think I can declutter the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. just because I don't need both of these, and I have been really enjoying the milk one. I like that it's in a stick as opposed to having to like dip my sponge or brush into the pot. So I'll declutter the e.l.f. one. We'll keep the milk one. I really want to keep this Chanel Soleil Tende Chanel because it is such a classic. But if I'm being honest, I've had this probably since 2019, I want to say. And it's a cream product, so that means this is like 4 years old, and it says 18 months on here. It still feels really creamy and nice, and it blends really well, but it does have a little bit of a chemically scent. So realistically, I need to declutter it. Even though I don't want to, I need to. And then we have the Jacqueline and the Dior. I love the Jacqueline one, and it smells like coffee, which I just think is fantastic. And then I have this Dior one as well, which I really do enjoy. So I think for now, I will keep that one as well. So as far as numbers go, we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that I've kept. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that I am decluttering. So I am happier with that. I still could, you know, potentially see myself downsizing a little bit more. 12 bronzers is still a lot. It is like bronzer and contour in one, but I'm pretty happy with that. Definitely getting rid of a little bit more than half. And a few of these are in my everyday makeup drawer. So actually this one was, and I ended up decluttering this. So I think the Rare Beauty was in there, the Hollywood Contour wand, and I don't know, for powder bronzer, I'll do the Unit Blush and Bronzer Duo. So these 3 are gonna go into my everyday makeup drawer, and then the rest of these are gonna be put into my regular makeup collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Next, we're doing blush, which is going to be really, really hard for me because I have a ton of blush and I love it, so I'm not going to want to get rid of a lot, but I'm going to have to get rid of at least half of my blushes because I have an entire drawer full plus some. Welcome back to another declutter. Today we have blush. We have a lot of blush. This isn't even all of it. I also have all of these, and I also have all of this, which is, you know, stacked pretty full. So we've got a lot of blush to go through today. I just did bronzers, and I've already done like primer, foundation, concealer, powder, setting spray as well. So make sure you go check out those videos if you have not. And this is gonna be probably a long one and also a tough one for me. I've been on track to be decluttering about half to 2/3 of my makeup collection so far. I definitely need to get rid of a lot of blush because I have way too many. I am currently downsizing because we have to set up a nursery. I am currently 20 weeks pregnant, and I have an office currently, and my husband has an office, but we're gonna have to kind of combine rooms and then have one of those rooms be the nursery. So I'm kind of getting started ahead of things and just downsizing, making space so that we can make that switch. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. And let's go ahead and get started. This is pretty overwhelming, if I must say. I don't even know where to start, so I'm just gonna move some of these ones out of the way. And we're gonna kind of dive in. I have a lot of cream blushes in this container here. Got lots of powder, loose, more powder, and then just miscellaneous in this container off camera. I think we're gonna start with the cream blushes. I have been loving cream and liquid cheek products, so bronzer, blush, highlight. So I'm definitely gonna keep quite a few of these, but I also need to get rid of quite a few. So we're gonna do swatching. I have my makeup swatch washcloth here to wipe off my swatches, as well as some micellar water. So that's what we're gonna be doing. That's gonna be the situation. I'm gonna be swatching on my arm here, and let's get to it. first things first, we have this Morphe blush. This is the Blush Balm in the shade Electric Lavender. This, let's see what this looks like. This is a purple blush, it appears. I don't know if it applies purple or if it kind of warms up to a different shade. It looks like it stays pretty purple. This is not something that I will really see myself using a whole lot, so we're gonna start things off with a nice little declutter moment. All right, what else do we have? We have this Milani Supercharged Dewy, Supercharged Cheek and Lip Multi-Stick. This is still sealed. This still has the plastic on it. I have had this for probably a year and a half. This is in the shade Peach Thrill. I don't think I deserve to own this anymore, so I'm gonna declutter that one because I definitely should have used it in the time that I have had that. Next, we have these from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I honestly really love these sort of like cream blush sticks. They kind of, it's a cream to powder. I was gonna say they kind of have like a drier texture and consistency. So this peach one is definitely my favorite shade. This is in the shade Swoon. I will say that this is 12 months and I've had this for way longer than 12 months. I have to use the dates for some of these products a little bit heavier than I typically do because that's going to be the only way that I actually get rid of something, because I like find joy in all of these, but I need to have reasons to get rid of things, and the fact that these are probably, I don't know how many years old, a few years old, and they're only supposed to be good for 1 year, means I need to get rid of them. So I'm gonna declutter all 4 of these. I have all 4 shades. I think these were limited edition. We have Empress, Overruled, Swoon, and Royal Flush. They're all gonna go because, like I said, they're old. I am going to keep my Rare Beauty blushes. I have 2 of the liquid blushes in the shades Joy and Grace. Really pretty colors. I really want like a more neutral one, like more of just like a simple pinky, peachy kind of colored one. But I definitely do want to keep both of those. Love that formula, love Rare Beauty, so those are staying. I'm also going to be keeping this liquid blush from NARS. This is a newer product to me. This is in the shade Orgasm. It's just their liquid blush. They've had this for a really long time, but it went pretty viral on TikTok and I kind of like got reinterested. I've always loved NARS blushes. You can see I have some here. I have another one here, but I just think that this is a really nice, truly liquid highlight. A lot of the other ones I have are just like creams or like cream to powders, but this is like truly a liquid blush. So that one I am going to keep as well. Let's see, I have a few of these Morphe ones back here, it looks like. So these are the cream blushes and I have 3 colors. I also have the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer blushes, and I would reach for these over the Morphe ones. So for the Tinted Moisturizer blushes, I have the shades Provence and La Piscine. Not sure how you pronounce that, but I would like to keep these 2, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and declutter all 3 of these. I think this is a really nice formula. Like I said, love the cream and liquid cheek products, but I'm really trying to downsize and be mindful about what I'm keeping, and I already feel like this is kind of a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter those. Even though I love Morphe, I don't want to get rid of them, but I just gotta do it. I have this one back here from Milk. I actually do not like this product. This is in the shade Dash. It's the Lip and Cheek. It's just way too sheer for me. I just did not find any enjoyment in using this product, so that one is one that I truly just didn't like. Most of these I'm getting rid of them because they're old or I just really don't need this many, but that one I just straight up do not like. I have a few of these potted cream blushes, so let's take a look at these. We have Between the Sheets from ColourPop. I do love a good ColourPop blush. So this one I'm definitely gonna put in the keep pile for now. We are gonna re-go through these again because odds are I'm going to keep more than I really need to. Next we have the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Turks and Caicos. This one I actually have really loved and used a lot, but I know that I've had this since we lived at our apartment, which we moved out December 2021, and so I've had this for a year and a half at least. I don't know how long this is good for, but I feel like it's kind of old, so I think we're going to get rid of that even though it is really, really beautiful. Then we have this one from Pacifica. This is the Fluffy Blushy in the shade Sunset. This one, I don't think I've ever actually used this product, but it has like a big crack in it. I don't know if that's just from it drying out or settling, but again, I think I've had this since the apartment days, so I think that one is gonna go. And then we have the NARS Orgasm. This is the Air Matte Blush. Ooh, this one's really cool. I really like the texture of this one, and I like that it has that sparkle that you kind of think of when you think of NARS Orgasm. So this one I think I'm going to put in the keep pile. I have this little Nude Sticks product. This is in the shade Sunset Strip. This is really pretty, but probably too pigmented for my cheeks, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter that because I don't think I would really wear that color on my lips. We have this Huda Beauty Perky Peach Cheek Tint. This is one that I wasn't too sure about. That's really pretty. That one we're gonna put in the keep pile. I have this Rare Beauty Nearly Neutral Melting Blush. This one, man, I feel like this color isn't really my color. It's more of like a mauve-y shade. So it's like more of like a purpley kind of tone. So I think I'm actually gonna declutter this one, just because I don't really feel like I'm gonna use that a whole lot. I haven't used it a whole lot in the time that I have had it. And then we have this one here, which is the ColourPop Cheek Dew Serum Blush. This is in the shade Hotline, and again, it's just kind of a color I feel like I wouldn't get a whole lot of use out of, so I think I'm gonna declutter this while it's still brand new and I can pass that along to somebody else. So I think that is, okay, you know, we did all right here, but I have more cream and liquid blushes, so let me grab those and start filling those in so that we can go through these as well. So these are all additional cream and liquid blushes that have just seemingly appeared from I don't know where. So let's get into these. All right, so my Charlotte Tilbury ones I'm gonna keep. I love these. These are the Beauty Light ones. I have the shades Peach Gasm and Pink Gasm. Both of these are beautiful, and those are absolutely staying. This Hourglass blush, I love the color of this. It is so pretty. This is in the shade Wonder. This is one that I also definitely want to keep. Oh, this Huda Beauty one, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of the Huda Beauty. It's just, I don't know, I'm feeling a declutter on that one. I have this Lila B, I just got this. This is the multi-stick in the shade At Last. And I got this to try out. Oh, that's really pretty. Definitely a little bit different than what I typically go for, but this is just a mini. So I do want to try this formula out. So for now, we're going to keep that one. I have this liquid blush in the shade Authentic from Ofra. This one I think might just be a little bit pale for me. It's a really, really pretty formula and a really pretty shade, but it's a little bit of a cool toned like baby pink that I just don't really wear a whole lot on my cheeks. So I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. Next I have the Drunk Elephant Rosy Drops. These, I don't know about these actually. Let's swatch this. I've never used this before. It's really pretty. It has a nice kind of glow to it. Pretty natural. I feel like it has a little bit of a metallic-y look to it though, which isn't really my thing. So I think I'm going to declutter that. I have the LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Kindness. There is like, I don't even know what, there's like dog hair and all kinds of stuff in here. This is probably just really old. We're gonna declutter that one. We have this Milk Makeup Bionic Blush in the shade Infinity. This one is brand new still. We're gonna keep it that way. And this one I'm going to declutter. I have these from Ofra. These are newer. These are their cheek and lip creams. So I don't know. I'm gonna swatch these, I think. I feel like this is the only color that I would probably go for. It's pretty bright, actually. But it's really fun. These ones are more of like deeper kind of fall colors, but I usually stick to more like brighter, peachier kind of vibes. So these two, while they're brand new, I'm gonna go ahead and pass those along as well. And then I think finally for cream blushes, we have the Jaclyn Cosmetics Blurring Cheek Tints. These are the two that I have used a lot. I have the shades Plush Ballet and Plush Pink. I love mixing these. These are stunning. So these I'm definitely going to keep. But I also have all of these, which are still in the box. I have not used these. So we have Plush Red. I want to at least see. I'm not going to swatch them if I don't think I'm going to keep them. But I at least want to see the color here. So this red color I'm definitely not going to use personally. So this one we can declutter. We have Plush Punch, which looks like a bright hot pink color. I'm trying to gently work these boxes open without tearing them. That is very vibrant. Definitely a little bit bright for me, so that one can go. Honestly, the color swatches are pretty spot on to what they look like. We have Plush Berry, which looks like a really beautiful deep berry color, but really I just don't need it. We have Plush Peach and Plush Coral, which also look pretty bright. And then we have Plush Beige. Now this one I am interested in because this looks kind of more like my kind of color that I would enjoy. So, but you know what? No, I don't need it. I don't need it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm only gonna keep these two, the ones that I know that I love and will use, and I'm gonna declutter these 6 because I'm trying to be responsible and I don't need them. So that's a great formula. If you see a color that you think you'd like, definitely pick it up. I would highly recommend it. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of my decluttered ones in here, and then we'll move on to some powder blushes. I'm back with a fresh camera battery, so let's continue. Here's everything that I still have to go through. So these are all powdered, like loose, pressed, that type of thing, baked blushes. So let's go ahead and start with these big bulky ones right here. So these are from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I think that the packaging is beautiful, but I do kind of despise how bulky it is. I also don't really use a lot of loose products like this, like loose highlighters, loose blushes. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and declutter them because I find that the inconvenience of using them kind of deters me from doing so. So we have Love of My Life and Love Language. I think these are fantastic products. I love the formulas. I love the colors. We have Loverboy and Love Poem, but they just take up so much space. I wish they didn't take up this much space. So we're gonna declutter all 4 because I just don't need them. And I have so many other blushes that I know that I love, and I'm gonna get better use out of having just fewer things in my collection. Next I have this e.l.f. blush in the shade Always Punchy. This is really pretty. It's a matte powder blush. I don't really go for matte blushes at the moment a whole lot. I might keep like a couple, but I definitely don't need this one, so that one I'm gonna declutter. Then we have, oh my gosh, I don't even know. We have these Buxom blushes. These are beautiful. I have Mykonos and Seychelles. I actually love both of these. So I'm not ready to make a decision on those yet. I was going to, but then I just kind of, I don't know. Don't know about those yet. This one I'm definitely going to keep. This is the Nabla blush. This is so beautiful in the shade Truth. So this one we're going to put in this little keep pile that you can't really see. That one's a must. MAC Peaches is a must. This one is a matte, but the color is just so beautiful. That one I have to keep. Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic in Pillow Talk. This one's really pretty. It's very natural. It's not super pigmented, but I do really enjoy this formula still. So that one I would like to keep. Pat McGrath. This is the Skin Fetish Divine Blush in Nude Venus. This is absolutely beautiful. Definitely want to keep that one. I have these ones from Benefit. We have Shelly, which looks like this. Really pretty, but don't think I need it. We have Krista, which is very bright. I love the packaging of it, but again, I just don't need that blush color. And then we have Sunny. Oh, that one is pretty. That one is really pretty. I'm gonna put that one in the keep pile for now, but again, we're gonna revisit everything at the end. These Sephora collection blushes are fantastic. We have So Shy and Love Child. I just think that these are awesome. They're affordable. The formula is great. The colors are great. Definitely gonna keep those. We have NARS Orgasm. This is a classic. Let me see what other NARS blushes I have. We have Super Orgasm, which is very sparkly. We have Deep Throat, which is another classic. We have Torrid, which is really pretty. And then we have Desire, which is a bright pink. So this is a situation where I love my NARS blushes. And I don't know what I want to do here. I think I'm going to set these aside for now because I'm not too sure what decisions I want to make there yet. So those are going to be kind of set aside. I have these ones from Odin's Eye. This is a really pretty cool toned pink. And then this one is a really pretty peach. I just don't think that I need these. This is kind of almost like too orangey for me. I like my peaches to have a little bit more of a pink to them. They're both matte, but they're really beautiful. I just don't think that I need them. I've gotten rid of all the other ones, so at this point I feel like I should probably just declutter those ones as well. So those ones will go. I have my Milani blushes. We have Berry Amore, or Amore, Berry Amore, I don't know. And Luminoso. These are both beautiful. But I feel like I don't need the Berry Amore one. Amore? I don't know how you say that. A-M-O-R-E. Luminoso I would like to keep, so I'm going to keep that one, but the other one I'm going to declutter. I have this Milk Cosmetics Buzzkill. This is really pretty, but I just don't really think I need this anymore, so I'm going to declutter that one. We have this Tom Ford Blush Duo that I am obsessed with. I kind of think I should get rid of it though, because it is pretty bright. And I don't know. I just don't think we're gonna get rid of it. I never thought I would do that, but we're gonna get rid of it. I have this Huda Beauty, or this Glowish blush rather. This is really pretty. I don't know. Not super impressed with the formula. This is in Caring Coral. Oh, frick. Well, we're gonna get rid of that one. For right now, I'm thinking I'm gonna keep these Buxom ones. So I'm gonna set those in my little keep pile. I have these e.l.f. ones. These are actually really good. These are the little blush duos. So that one's in the shade Watermelon. This one's in the shade Guava. This one's still sealed though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of both of these, honestly. These are really good for like $2, but I just have so many other ones that I've been reaching for more recently. So these ones I'm gonna go ahead and pass along, but I would recommend those for sure. They're really, really nice. I have Hourglass Sublime Flush. Love that one. And then this one is called Diffused Heat. Love that one as well. Let's see, Patrick Ta, she's passionate as well as she's sincere. I have a few of these Ofra ones. So we have Rendezvous, Chameleon, and Cherish. I think Rendezvous I can declutter. I really like Cherish. This is part of their like breast cancer awareness collection. And then this one I think I just got Chameleon. It's really, really pretty, but it's actually really similar to this Patrick Ta one. I think I'm gonna pass that one along because it's still brand new. I'm gonna keep this one. And then we also have the Chicklet Blush Duo, which is really, really pretty. But I think I need to pass this along because there's still so many that I want to keep. This is gonna be so difficult. As of right now, I want to keep like everything. I want to keep these Hourglass ones. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna break my blushes. I want to keep the Patrick Ta ones. I have these Laura Mercier ones. We have Strawberry, we have Fresco, we have Peach, and we have Bellini. So of these, I think I'm gonna get rid of Bellini because it's just like a little bit light. Peach, Strawberry, and Fresco are musts. I have to keep those. As far as the NARS ones go, I really want to keep all of them. So for now, we're going to keep them. And then we have these new Jaclyn Cosmetics ones. So these are the Heat Pop blushes. These are matte powder blushes. So we have Peach Pop, which is beautiful. We have Tangerine Pop, which is really pretty, but definitely not my color. So this one we can declutter. Let's go ahead and open up the rest of these. Okay, so we have this one, which is Pink Pop. This is super cool toned. Probably too cool toned for me, so that one I'm gonna pass along. This one is Lavender Pop. That's really pretty. I used to have a purple blush from Urban Decay. I forget what it was called, but it was in a square packaging. I think it was like a Vice blush or something like that, and I used to love it. Not really my thing anymore though, so that one I'm gonna pass along. And then we have Bronze Pop, which is really pretty, and I am tempted to want to keep this one. So I have 2 that I'm keeping, 3 that we're decluttering. Now, I'm gonna put all of the ones that I said I was keeping out where you can see them, and then we'll re-go through everything because so far I've still kept more than what is necessary and what I have room for. I have this pile plus all of these, so I definitely want to try to narrow this down a little bit more. So let me count these up just to give you an idea of, based on my first round, how many I said I was keeping versus how many I decided to declutter. So I said I was keeping 39 blushes, which you can see all of them here. Now let me count up my declutter pile. So I forget how many I said I was keeping, but I just counted up my declutter pile and it's 50. So I'm gonna count these up again just for myself so I know. I think I had like 30 something, if I'm not mistaken. So let me count these up. But yeah, I'm decluttering 50 blushes so far, which is honestly insane no matter what. But I still have a lot here that I would like to declutter. Okay, so I think I have like 39-ish that I said I was keeping. So either way, we're getting rid of over half already. So I have this little plastic thing here. I'm going to start by picking out ones that I know for sure that I am absolutely keeping. So we're going to start off with these ones here. We have these from Laura Mercier, Fresco, Strawberry, and Peach. All 3 of these are for sure staying. Actually, you know what? I might keep them open just so that I can see the colors back here. So those 3 are for sure staying. NARS Liquid Orgasm is staying, and then the NARS Air Matte Blush in Orgasm is also staying. I've got these 2 from Laura Mercier, the tinted blushes. Those are staying. Same with my Charlotte Tilbury. Those are a must. My Sephora collection, these are a must as well. My Nabla blush is a must. My Hourglass blushes, I'm also going to for sure keep. This one, Sunny is really pretty, but I have some others that are kind of similar. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one as well. My NARS ones, I'm thinking I'm gonna keep all of these just because I love my NARS blush formula so much. And they really do make me happy. This cream hourglass one is a for sure keep. My two Jaclyn Cosmetics cream blushes, those are a must. I think this ColourPop one I can declutter. I just feel like the color, I don't know, you can kind of tell. I like the peachier pink ones. This one's more of like a neutral, kind of more mauve-y color. So although I love this formula, I think I'm gonna get rid of this color. My Rare Beauty blushes are a keep for me. Milani Luminoso is a classic and I really do love it, so that one's gonna stay. Same with MAC Peaches. I really love this one. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This one is cooler toned, but it's like the only cooler toned one that I am gonna keep, so that one I will keep. I think I'm hesitant on these ones, which makes me think that I should declutter them. This Seychelles one is really unique and I really do enjoy this, but I feel like Fresco is kind of in that similar realm, but it's a little bit more warm toned, which I like. This one's a little bit more gray. Mykonos is freaking beautiful, but I feel like this NARS one here is kind of similar. A mix of these two Laura Mercier ones that you kind of can't really see is similar. So I think, although I love this formula and I've raved about these, gotten so much good use out of them, I think I'm going to declutter both of those. I really want to try out these new Jaclyn Cosmetics blush pops, the Heat Pop blushes, so I'm going to keep both of those. My Patrick Ta ones I feel like are just classic colors that I really like. So those ones I will keep. This Pat McGrath one is beautiful. I really want to try out this Ilia one. And then I have these two fun Ofra ones, which also I'm going to keep. Alright, I got rid of an additional 4. So right now I'm at decluttering 54 and keeping like 35-ish. So I have this container here temporarily that my bronzers are in. I'm gonna see if I can fit, so you can see my bronzers in there. Oh my gosh, I look rough. Don't look at me. I'm gonna see if these blushes will fit in this container. I probably won't be keeping them organized in here, but at least for now, my blushes and bronzers have to fit in the same drawer. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I got everything to fit in here. I don't know if this is gonna fit in my drawer properly, this one here, if I have it like this. There's definitely still a lot in here, but I am happy with getting rid of well over a half of my bronzers, or blushes rather. So all my blush and bronzers are in here now. There's still too many, and I know that. As far as what was in my everyday makeup drawer, I know a few of these were, I don't even remember what was. So I'm gonna have to pull some, put those in my everyday makeup drawer, but I'm decently happy with this. You'll definitely see another blush declutter on my channel somewhat soon because, like I said, this is still too many. But I think for today, I am happy with getting rid of the 54 and keeping the 35 or however many roughly. So yeah, here's what we're looking at. So next we have highlighters, which is gonna be a rough one for me because I have a lot of highlighters and I love highlighter. But we gotta do what we gotta do. So we're slowly consolidating 3 Alex 9 drawer units into one. As of right now, I have 3 of the 9 drawers full, and we're through blushes. So yeah, we'll kind of keep going and see what we can do. We're gonna have to get rid of like all of my lip products because I still have 2 drawers worth of lip products. I have 2 highlighter drawers. I have a face palette drawer. We've got eye products, mascaras, eyeliners, brows, and then a bunch of eyeshadow palettes. So we still have a lot of categories to go through. Welcome back to another declutter. Today we have a tough one. Today we are doing my highlighters. I have all of them sitting here in front of you. You can't even see them all. Like, there's several out of frame that just didn't fit, basically. So we're gonna go through my highlighters today. I have been working through the categories of my makeup collection, trying to declutter as much as I can in preparation for my child that is due this November. So we're gonna have to make room for a nursery, so I am downsizing everything, and currently this is enough highlighter to fill up 2 Alex and I drawers, but we need to get it down to 1. So I need to get rid of about 50% of my highlighters here, which is gonna be really, really hard. Dang it, my camera battery is about to die. Of course, as soon as I start filming. It's like a curse. I have a low battery curse. Alright, well, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So I have all of my highlighters here. We have liquid, we have powder. Do I have cream highlighter? I don't even know. Basically, my loose pressed baked, all my highlighters, all my single highlighters are here. The next declutter that you'll see will be my face palette declutter, but this is all strictly like single pan highlighters or like single liquid highlighters like this. So I'm gonna start, I don't even know. I'm gonna, a majority of my highlighters are Ofra and Jaclyn Cosmetics. So I think I'm gonna set all of the Ofra and Jaclyn Cosmetics ones aside. You know what? We're gonna do Jaclyn Cosmetics first. So we're just gonna make some space and then we'll start working through those. So all of my Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighters are here. We've got loose, baked, and liquid. So I think we'll start with the liquid highlighters. I have these two. These are in the shades High Gleams and Lightning. Both of these are really pretty. I have been super into cream and liquid highlighter, blush, and bronzers. Oh my gosh, that is so intense. That is beautiful. I definitely don't need both of these. They look pretty similar in the light, but when you turn my hand like out of the light, you can see where that one's dark. So one of these is definitely too dark for me. I am gonna keep Lightning and I will declutter High Gleams. I actually asked my husband to come in here and pick one that I had to keep and one that I had to declutter, and this one was the one that he said that I had to keep, so that works out. He did good on this one. So we're gonna go through these, and once we declutter our first round, we will go through them again, just to make sure that we made all of the right decisions. So far we're 50-50. Okay, now we have some of these loose highlighters. These are very intense highlighters. I'm probably gonna have to swatch some of these, but I know that some of them are gonna be too dark. Oh, this is not even open. This is in the shade Balm. We're gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This one is in the shade Amped. Also not open. It's because I had the old packaging open, so I'm gonna declutter that one. This one is Extra. This one I have opened. This one is super intense. And then we have Hypnotic, which is also super intense. This is like a purpley one. I really do like this purpley one. As far as these go, truthfully, I have not used any of these ones. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. I have to swatch this. I was about to say, I have not used any of these ones with the red cap. Whoa. Are you kidding me? That is insane. Alright, well, we might have to keep this one. I think this one is probably too deep for me, so I'm gonna get rid of this color. This is in the shade I'm So Lit. What else do we have? We have Light the Way. This one I'm gonna get rid of. The red capped ones were a limited edition Valentine's Day collection. These are definitely way like glitterier than her other ones in this small loose packaging. Ooh, both of those are so pretty. I don't know which one I want to get rid of yet, so I'm just gonna say that we're keeping both of those. So we're gonna keep these 4. So again, we're keeping 4, decluttering 4. We're still at a 50-50, which is pretty good. I have these, which are from that same limited edition collection. We have Flurries, and we have this one, which is Twinkle. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. The packaging is really bulky. I just never reach for this. I do love her baked highlighter formula. It's the same formula as these, but I just don't need those ones. So we have Iced, we have Sparks, and then we have Mesmerized. This one is super yellow. I don't really wear a whole lot of yellow toned highlighters. So Sparks I'm gonna declutter. Iced is definitely my favorite. This one also has a heavy golden shift to it, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one as well. So I'm gonna keep Iced, and that's the only one in this formula that I will be keeping. Next, we have these larger loose powders. These are technically called luminous powders, but they are very much so highlighters for me personally. I could not get away with wearing this as a powder on my skin. At least not all over in the way that I use powder to like set my makeup. I guess I could use it as like a light dusting, but this one is not even open. This is Brighten Up. And then this one is Carrots, also not open. I think Carrots is gonna be too dark for me, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. I'm trying to decide if I want the more yellow toned or the more like peachy toned one. I think I'll just go for the lightest one, which is Do Me. So I'll keep this one. I might move this to my powders actually, which is where it's technically supposed to go. And I'm gonna declutter Brighten Up just because I don't need multiple shades. I just need one shade and I am good to go. Next we have these. These are the last of my Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighters. I have other like palettes and things, but as far as like single highlighters go, this is the rest of them. So these are her putty highlighters. So we have this one here, which is the shade Skylight. We have this one, which is definitely going to be a declutter for me. This is too deep for me. It's a really pretty golden color. This is the shade Sun Lover, so that one's going to go. Then we have the shade Iced, which is beautiful. And then we have the shade Star Power, which is also really pretty, but definitely on the deeper side for me. So this one I'm going to declutter as well. So let me swatch these. So we have Iced. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. And then we have Skylight, which I'm thinking Skylight is going to be too dark for me. Oh yeah, definitely going to be too dark for me. They would probably mix well together and that would be like my ideal shade, but I'm not going to keep both of them just for that. So I'm going to declutter Skylight and I'm going to keep Iced. Okay, so I've definitely gotten rid of more than 50% so far, so we're off to a good start. I'm gonna move this container out of the way. That's my little keep pile so far. All right, now we have, now we'll do everything besides Ofra. So all these Ofra ones I'm going to take out. Okay, so we have some cream and liquid highlighters here. So first up I have my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk highlighters. I will be keeping both of these. I have Goldgasm and Pillow Talk. I love these so much. And like I said, I've been vibing with the cream and liquid cheek products. Next we have this Morphe highlighter stick. This is in the shade Effect 2. This is actually so beautiful, but this is on the older side, and I have another highlighter stick that I would rather keep. This one is from Hourglass, and it is so beautiful and pretty. The Hourglass one is in the shade Champagne Flash, so I'm gonna keep the Hourglass one and I'm gonna declutter the Morphe one. I have these ColourPop highlighters, which I really enjoy. We have Rare Beauty, and then we have this Say highlighter. This is the Glowy Super Gel. I've never pumped this. I kind of want to keep this to try because I do love glowy products. But you know what? I'm gonna pump it and see if this is something that I would like. So this could be, no, I'm not gonna like this. Well, this is more so something I would use like as a primer. It's very thin, very sheer, feels pretty like gel-like. I think it's called a gel. Yeah, Glowy Super Gel. Yeah, no, this one's not for me, so I'm gonna declutter that. We have Rare Beauty. This one is super pretty. I do love a good Rare Beauty highlight. And then we have these ColourPop ones. We have Flexitarian, which is stunning and insanely intense. And then we have Lunch Money, which I think this one's a little bit more of like a champagne, a little bit more of my skin tone color slightly. Those are both really pretty though, actually. I think I'm gonna declutter the Rare Beauty. I just, I don't know. I want to keep it because it's Rare Beauty, but I feel, I don't know. I'm gonna put all of these, I'm gonna put them all in the keep pile. But we're gonna come back to those. Those are definitely a temporary keep, for sure. Those are not absolute decisions yet. All right, now we'll do everything else that is, again, not Ofra, which is pretty much these two containers here. The Ofra is gonna be tough for me because you know how much I love my Ofra highlighters. Okay, so the one that my husband said that I had to declutter is this one, NARS Fort de France. And that makes me sad, but I understand. I gotta do what I gotta do. So this one is older anyway. It's time to say goodbye to the NARS. Let's see. A few that I know for sure that I want to keep are this Rare Beauty Exhilarate highlighter. This one is absolutely incredible. We have, what else? I have these Laura Mercier ones, but ooh, this one is pretty. I'm keeping this one. This is the Highlight 01. It's the Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight 01. That one is gonna stay. This one I'm going to declutter. This is just really, really old. This is in the shade Indiscretion. It's stunning, but I've had this since I lived at my parents' house, which was over 3 years ago. So that one's gonna go. We have this one from Bobbi Brown, which truthfully I have also had for a very long time. And so I think I'm gonna say goodbye. I feel like my mom might want that one, so maybe I can give that to her, but that one's gonna go. I have my Charlotte Tilbury. These ones I'm gonna keep. I have the Pillow Talk Multi Glow Beautifying All Over Glow highlighters. I have, that one was Romance Light, and this one is Dream Light. I'm keeping both of those. This Dior palette I also want to keep. I really enjoy this palette. I think it's really pretty, so that one's gonna stay. We have I Need a Nude Glow from Natasha Denona. I love that highlighter. I want to keep that one. I have a few from Glamlight. I have the Michaela in Glamlight highlighter. I know that this is old, and I have already kept quite a few super intense highlighters. So I think I'm actually gonna declutter this one because I just don't need it. It was a holy grail of mine. I also have Pina Colada from Glamlight. These two are actually super duper similar. They might even be the same product if I'm being honest with you. This one is much newer though than the Michaela one. So for now I'm gonna keep this one. We have Molten Glow from Jouer. This one is really pretty. Oh yeah, that one's pretty. We're gonna keep that one. Then we have Revolution Pro Luster Highlighter. I want to keep this because it's just so cool, but it's very pink and I just don't ever reach for this, so I'm gonna declutter that one. We have the Pixie Glowy Gossamer Duo. This is beautiful. That one's gonna go in the keep pile for now. And then we have this Revlon highlighter, which I love. This is the Prismatic Highlighter in Daybreak Glimmer. That one we're also gonna have in the temporary keep pile. I'm definitely keeping, or I'm saying that I'm keeping more than I'm going to be allowing myself, but for now, they're staying. All right. Next, we have some Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters. I have the Amrezy highlighter. I am keeping that. I don't care how old it is. And then I have Iced Out. This one I'm gonna declutter. I bought it because it was the same packaging as the Amrezy, but it has that super yellow golden shift to it, and it's just not, it's not what this is. So this one is for sure staying. Then I have this one from Milani, super pink toned. I just don't go for these types of icy pink highlighters, so that one is gonna be decluttered. I have this Koki Heavenly highlighter. This one I used to use all the time. Haven't used it in a really long time. I know it's on the older side, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one as well. We have this one from Rimmel, this highlight. This is also really pretty and it's super affordable, but I feel like I have some Ofra ones that are pretty similar. I'm gonna put that in the maybe. I have some MAC. We have Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This one, ooh, that's pretty. I think I'd rather keep that one than the Rimmel, so we're gonna declutter the Rimmel. Next, we have Soft and Gentle from MAC. This one I am definitely going to keep. We have Becca Opal. I got this because they were discontinuing it. Opal was the first high-end highlighter I ever purchased. It might have been the first highlighter I ever had, and it has a lot of really good memories for me, but I think I've moved past this. I've had this for I don't know how long, never used it a single time, so it's gonna go. I have this Dior highlighter, which I love. I think this is really, really nice, so I'm gonna keep that one for now. And then we have the Makeup by Mario Pearl highlighter, and then I have Milk Makeup Lit. I love this Milk Makeup Lit one. I feel like, let's see, this is a very soft, natural highlighter. It's actually really pretty, and I don't have a lot of highlighters that are this subtle, so I think we'll temporarily keep both of those for now as well. And now we have Ofra. So I have some liquid highlighters here. I have some highlighters slash powders that have the clear front. So let me grab those. I have this. And then everything else is in this white packaging, so we'll go through those last. All right, as far as these go, these two are powders. They're supposed to be like super glowy powders. Well, actually, this one's a highlighter. This is Lotus Blossom. This has that golden shift to it that I don't really think flatters my skin very well, so I'm actually going to declutter that one. I'm gonna have to be cutthroat with my Ofra highlighters, so this is gonna be tough. Then we have the Pure Glow Finishing Powder in the shade Light. They have, I think, 3 shades of this. I ended up getting rid of the other 2, but this is just like straight up highlighter for me. So since I have so many other highlighters, I'm gonna say goodbye to that one. These ones are the Rodeo Drive collection. This was their anniversary collection. So we have Rodeo Drive, which is the classic. We have the Hills, which is the slightly lighter version, which I love. And then we have Brentwood, which is the slightly more golden version. Again, I love. So those are like classics for me. I also have the Rodeo Drive Topper. This is like, it can be an eye topper, a lip topper, a cheek topper, a highlight topper, whatever you want to use this for. Again, in Rodeo Drive. Then we have these liquid highlighters. So the liquid highlighter in the shade Monroe is my absolute favorite. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm almost out of this. I have probably like a quarter of the product left. I love this highlighter. I use it, I mix it in with my foundation. That's my go-to way to use this, or I'll use it as a primer just for a nice glowy base. I also love using it as a liquid highlight, but my go-to is by mixing it in with my foundation. That one is not going anywhere. I also have the shade Presley, which is just a little bit deeper, but truly I feel like I'm gonna go for Monroe every single time. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Even though it breaks my heart, I feel like I just have to do it. And then I have these two, which we have Cupid, which is this really pretty pink color. And this one is, oh wow, I pumped out a lot of product. Let me just get like a tiny bit. Oh wow, that's so pretty. That is gorgeous. And then this one is called Venus. I actually haven't pumped this one, but let's go ahead and do a swatch. This looks like it would be more of like a blush topper. I feel like this is just a little bit too deep for my skin tone. So I will declutter Venus, but I think I'm gonna keep Cupid. The shade Cupid almost like gave my hand a pink stain. That was like so fast. Every time I've used this one, I have used it as a blush kind of topper situation, so that's probably how I would continue to use this one. But Monroe highlighter all day. And then we have highlighters. So I'm just gonna start opening these up, and then we're gonna see what we have. I'm gonna keep what I feel like is necessary. The Ofra highlighters are truly some of my favorites, so I probably will keep quite a few of these, but I do want to also not keep more than I need to. I cannot believe how many highlighters I have. Wow. This is a lot of highlighter. So, believe it or not, I actually already have gone through and decluttered a lot of these. I want like a big, massive magnetic palette that I can just like put all of these in and see them all at once. Because seeing all of these open together gives me so much inspiration. I love looking at this. Now, I will say, I do have, I might have like one or two repeated shades in here, which those are easy, but I also have a situation where I might have like these split pans where there's multiple colors. I could potentially have some duplicates there as well, so I have to keep that in mind. So first up, we have this one. This is the shade Gumdrop. This is a really pretty, we're gonna be swatching like all of these. This is a really pretty golden shade. Definitely gonna be a little bit too yellow golden for me. So we're gonna declutter that one. All right, I have this blue one. This is, I think, called Space Baby from a Nikki Tutorials collab. I don't really use blue highlighter. It's so freaking beautiful. I used to have so many of these like holographic highlighters, but I just don't really use those anymore. So that one I'm gonna declutter. I also have Cloud 9. Yeah, Cloud 9, which is like the pinky duochromed one, which again, I just don't really use these like duochrome holographic highlighters much anymore. So that one I am also going to declutter. Okay, this one here is, I think, Start Inspired. This is a collaboration with Samantha March. So this one, my magnet actually falls out, unfortunately, but I also have these two shades. So we have Pillow Talk, which is the pink. So I'm definitely going to be keeping Pillow Talk, but we have Pillow Talk, and then I believe this is Star Island. Is that this one? Yeah, Star Island. So I think this is Star Island and Pillow Talk. Because I have the two individuals, I feel better about decluttering that one. And the fact that the magnet does kind of fall out, I could just glue it back in and it would be easy peasy, but I would rather keep the two individuals in this case. So let me do a little rearranging here. I'm gonna keep my keep pile open right here just so I can kind of keep an eye out on what I've got going on. This one here is, oh, this is a new one. This is the Smitha collaboration in the shade Flash. That's really pretty. It looks kind of similar to Rodeo Drive, which I have here. Now I also have Rodeo Drive in the clear packaging, so I just have to figure out which one I want to keep because I don't need both of these. So I'll keep one and declutter the other. I have a few of these that are a little bit darker. We have Pink Bliss, which Pink Bliss shows up in this one here. So because of that, I could keep this one and declutter this one. And then I also have these other options, which I think that this shade is the same as this shade and this shade potentially. If not, they look very, very similar. So I'm gonna declutter Bali, even though it's so beautiful. It looks similar to what I've got going on in here. So Bali I will declutter, but this one I am gonna keep. This one is X's and Glows. It's really, really pretty. I'm gonna actually open this back up and put it in my declutter pile. Next we have Peppermint. This is so beautiful. I definitely want to keep Peppermint. Milk and Cookies is one of my favorites of all time. That one I definitely want to keep. This one is Covent Garden. This is absolutely beautiful. It looks pretty similar to this shade in Beverly Hills right here. So I think I will keep Beverly Hills and declutter Covent Garden. I think we're doing a pretty good job narrowing down here. Next we have Mother Earth. This one has a green duochrome to it. Again, not huge on duochromes anymore, so that one I will let go of. I think this one looks like it could be just a little bit too deep for me. This is the shade Flash. So because of that, I'm going to put that one in the declutter pile. This one is All of the Lights. This is a classic. I'm gonna keep All of the Lights. Sugar Cookie, probably if I had to pick one, Sugar Cookie might be my one that I go with. I love it so much. I think it's absolutely beautiful and I just think it really works well for me. So that one I will be keeping. Also, I really want to keep this one. This is Everglow. That one I'll keep. This purple one is called Neptune, I think. Yeah, Neptune. Probably don't need Neptune, so I can declutter that one. And then we have Glazed Donut, which is pretty much a classic. I would like to keep it to 10 if possible. Oh, what is this one? Pink Bliss. Did I say I was gonna declutter that one? I think so. I'll put that one over there. Glazed Donut. Oh, I think this is actually Glazed Donut right here. Or at least it's very similar if it's not. So I'll declutter Glazed Donut since I'm keeping this one. This is also, both of those are Nikki Tutorials collabs. So as of right now, I'm keeping these 10 and decluttering 11. But I am also keeping these two. Potentially keeping 12 and decluttering 12. It's not too bad. That's 50-50. I did not think I was gonna do that good. Okay, so let me take a look at everything I said that I was keeping and we will do a second go through and just see what else we can get rid of. So after my first round of declutters, I ended up saying that I was going to keep 45 highlighters, which is still a lot and probably way too many, but I also said I was going to declutter 43, so we're almost at exactly 50%, which is where I wanted to be, but I feel like we can do a little bit better. So I'm gonna go through these one more time, just kind of see if there's anything that stands out to me that I can get rid of. And I feel pretty set on my Ofra choices, so I'm gonna keep those 12 that I said. But as far as these go, I'm just gonna kind of go through them really quick, and I'll let you know what, if anything, I plan on additionally decluttering. Okay, so additionally, I am going to move this to my powder drawer. So we're gonna consider this like removed from my highlighter selection. So we'll say that I kept 44 and decluttered 43 originally, but I am gonna declutter this Rare Beauty liquid highlighter. I just don't like the formula as much as I do some of my other liquid highlighters. Unfortunately, I want to love this because it's Rare Beauty. I love Selena Gomez. I love Rare Beauty's products, but this one is not my favorite. I so much prefer the pressed one over this one, so we're going to declutter that one, making it keep 43, declutter 44. I decided to get rid of Flexitarian from ColourPop because I think Lunch Money is just a little bit more wearable for me, so now we're at 43, 45. I also decided to declutter Pina Colada only because I feel like I get a similar finish from my Ofra highlighters, and I am probably going to go for my Ofra highlighters over this one. So although I love this highlighter and I think it's fantastic, we're going to say goodbye because I have Ofra ones that basically do the same thing. So now I think we're 41, 46, somewhere around there. This one, Pixie, I have had Delicate Dew for so long. I've had multiple of these, and again, I feel like I can get this same effect from my Ofra highlighters. So I'm gonna declutter this. It makes me sad, but it just has to be done. And finally, I'm gonna get rid of this one, which is hard for me, but truly Monroe is where it's at. This is the same formula. This is their liquid highlighter formula. Monroe is just my favorite. I love it so much that if I'm going to use a liquid Ofra highlighter, it's going to be this one. So although they're both beautiful, this is going to be the one for me, so I am going to declutter this one as well. So I actually decluttered an additional like 5 or 6. So now let's see, we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27 plus 12 is 39. So I'm keeping 39 and decluttering like, what, let's see, 49, something like that. So we got rid of more than half. I'm very happy with that. I feel nice and refreshed. I know my Ofra highlighters won't all fit in here, but I will at least try. They almost all fit. So here's everything that I'm keeping. And then everything that I'm getting rid of is this many plus 10. I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. So that was a lot. That was an emotionally draining declutter, but I'm happy. This is definitely gonna all fit in one drawer, and I'll be happy to continue to kind of go through more of these as I kind of work my way through using my collection and just finding what truly works best for me. So I still have a large collection, but keep in mind that this is still my job, so I feel like I'm doing good. I'm very, very happy. Welcome back to another declutter. Today's declutter is going to be my face palettes. I have a lot of face palettes, as you can see. They pretty much all fit in one drawer, but they are overflowing, and I'm trying to downsize, so we definitely have some work to do here. I'm definitely going to do some downsizing and decluttering. I feel like realistically, If I could get rid of a third of these palettes, that would be a huge success. So we'll see how this goes. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. And let's go ahead and get started. First things first, I have a few palettes that I will definitely be keeping. We have the Laura Lee Los Angeles Blush Aesthetic palette. I love this palette. It is staying. I also have my Lunar Beauty face palettes. We have the Nude Prism Blush palette. This one is going to stay. And I have the Moon Prism Blush palette. I actually prefer this one over the Nude Prism, but they are both stunning palettes. And then we have the new one. This one is actually Laura Lee and Lunar Beauty collaborating. They created the Full Fantasy Blush palette. This has 4 blushes, 2 highlighters. This is very new. I just got this week and I will absolutely be keeping it. While we're on the topic of Laura Lee Los Angeles and Lunar Beauty, we'll go ahead and finish things out. We have the Outer Dimension palette from Lunar Beauty. This is something that I will be keeping. And then we have the Glazed palette from Laura Lee Los Angeles, which is another that I will definitely be keeping. And that's about it as far as what I'm allowed to keep. Just kidding, but I do truly need to get rid of some. So let me look and just grab a few that I know that I can get rid of. First, we have this one from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is absolutely beautiful. This was part of her holiday collection a few years ago. We have 2 highlighters and a blush. I just never reached for this, and it was limited edition. It is no longer available. This was the Winter Sun palette. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it because I don't need it. Another one that I'm gonna declutter is this one. This is the Highlight and Contour palette from Profusion. I really would love to try this at some point, but I've had this for a long time. It's still sealed. There's no reason that I should have had this for this long and not use it. So this one I am going to also declutter. It's probably great. I've heard great things. It's a really good price point, but I truly just don't need it. I have several Ofra palettes. I have some of these midi palettes. I actually think I have a, yes, I have a duplicate of Light. I wasn't sure what happened. I knew that I had Light, but then I couldn't find it. I ended up purchasing it, but now I have 2 of them. So I don't need 2, so I'm just gonna keep 1. They both look like they're used about the same amount. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep 1 and declutter 1. I also have Medium and Deep, which are also beautiful, but I truly don't need to keep one of every shade. So I'm gonna keep Light because that's what's gonna work best for me, and then I'm going to declutter Medium and Deep. I also have the Island Time palette, which is so pretty. I love the blush in this palette. I have this one, which is the All Glowed Up palette. This has Beverly Hills, Star Island, Blissful, and Rodeo Drive. I'm pretty sure I have singles of all of these, so I am gonna declutter this palette. I've also had that one since I lived at my parents' house. I know it's really old. So we have this one, and then I have 2 of these blush palettes. We have the Blushful and then the Glam with Susan blush palette. So we have this one, which looks like it has a few repeats, so that is something to keep in mind. And then I have the Blushful one here. I think I would rather keep these 2, so I'll keep the Glam with Susan and the Blushful palette, and I will declutter the Island Time palette because there are definitely some duplicates there. Next I have this one from Pixie. This is the Honey Nectar palette. This is so beautiful, but truly I just don't need this. I think the formula is great. I feel like I had some trouble with the bronzer, but other than that I think it's stunning. I just don't need another palette, so this one I'm going to declutter. I have a few Jaclyn ones. So I have these, which were from her holiday collection. We have the Flare and we have the Flash. So I actually ended up decluttering all of the singles of these except for Iced. So because of that, I don't really think I need the palettes. So I'm gonna actually declutter both of these, which I know is shocking, and I never thought that the day would come, but I don't need these. I need to make space for a baby, so we don't need those. They're gonna go. We have Rouge Romance. What happened to the, did I not? I thought I had two, but I don't know. This is Rouge Affair. What happened to Rouge Romance? The peachy one. I don't know. But this is really pretty. I think I want to keep that one. And then we have these blush and bronzer duos, which I have 3 of, but I don't need 3. I just need 1. So we're going to keep this one, which is Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. And then I will declutter these 2 because they look very similar. We have Warm Flush and Golden Goddess, as well as Sun-Kissed and Bronze Moment. Next we have the Patrick Ta Major Headlines Blush Palette. This is super bright and beautiful and very different from everything else that I have, so I'm tempted to keep that one. Then I have these palettes from Charlotte Tilbury, which I really need to use these more. I've had them for a really long time, but I want to use these more, so we're gonna put those in the keep pile. I have this Natasha Denona My Dream Cheek Trio. I'm gonna declutter this. I have not reached for this since like a few weeks after I got it, and there's 2 cream products in here. It's just not really my thing, so that one I'm gonna declutter. I have another Charlotte Tilbury palette. This one I'm gonna keep. This is the Bar of Gold palette. I need to use this more. I get like so lost in how much makeup I have that so much slips through the cracks, which is what I don't want to continue to happen. Next we have the Light Glow Obsessions from Huda Beauty. I have gone back and forth on this, but I just don't need it, so that one's gonna go. We've got the Earth Angel. This is so beautiful, from Benefit. This one I am tempted to keep, so I'm going to put it in the keep pile. We're going to re-go through my keep pile though, just to kind of make sure I made all the right decisions. I have a few palettes here from Hourglass. This is always so difficult for me because I love Hourglass products. And then I have this one from Pat McGrath. I just never use this Pat McGrath palette, honestly, so I think I'm going to declutter it. Who would have thought that I would be decluttering Pat McGrath? Not me. For these, I think for now these are all gonna stay. I would rather have them in palette form than single form, so that's kind of where my brain is going. So we're gonna keep all of these. So let me open up all of the palettes that I said I was gonna keep, so that we can kind of get a good, perspective of things, and then I can hopefully get rid of a few more. So I know you can't see all of the palettes open, but I can. So for the record, and for the sake of numbers, based on my first like go through, I decluttered 15 face palettes, and let's count how many I kept. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So honestly, we're close to half, which is already better than I thought, but I think we can do a little bit better. So let me see here. Is there anything that screams out to me that I don't really need? Honestly, this Benefit palette is just not, I don't know what it is. It's just not like, it's not inspiring me. I feel like there's so many other face palettes that I would go to over this one, so I think we're gonna let that one go. I feel like there's a lot of similarities between these 2 palettes, the Patrick Ta and the Jaclyn Cosmetics. I like that there's more in the Jaclyn Cosmetics as far as shades go. The Patrick Ta is 3 cream, 3 powder. So I'm looking at these 2, and I feel like I would use this one right here more than this one. Like there's more shades in this palette than I would use in this palette. So I think I'm gonna declutter the Blushful palette, and I will keep the Glam with Susan palette. just because I feel like I don't need both of those. I already have so much blush like sitting in front of me here. I know that I'm gonna keep my Lunar Beauty and my Laura Lee Los Angeles palettes. That's not a question. I think that's all that I want to do for right now. So that puts us at 17 palettes decluttered, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 palettes kept. Is that 50-50? I think so. If not, it's 9:30 p.m. and I have filmed 4 videos today, so my brain is a little bit mushy. But I think I'm keeping 50% and decluttering 50%. There's still a lot of overlap here. I can admit that. This shade right here looks just like this shade right here. There's like a couple in here that look kind of like a couple in here. These two are looking kind of similar. But for now, I think this is good. These will definitely all fit in one drawer, which makes me very happy. And when I look at all of these palettes, I feel very happy, which again is a very good thing. I feel inspired. I feel excited to use face palettes. I tend to not really reach for a ton of face palettes because I just have so much makeup, but I'm happy with this. So 50% gone feels really good. I know for sure that this will all fit, which again feels really good. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I have lips to do, I have eyebrows, mascaras, eyeliners, I have eyeshadow palettes, single shadows, still quite a few categories to go through, so make sure you stick around for those. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!